This video is to help your dog learn that going into the crate is pretty cool. Then if they choose to lay down, even cooler, and then working on hanging out in the down in the crate. For the purpose of this video, we're talking about getting dogs more comfortable and more situated in the crate. So I'm not going to be closing the door because that's probably going to be next step, and I don't know when the next step for your dog is going to be. But thinking about working on a cooperative voluntary entrance, which you will have done in a different video, and then adding some duration. I know, Bill's really excited to do this, where we're able to start teaching the dog that like hanging out in the crate is pretty cool. You are staying next to the crate. You are not adding any level of distraction. This is a extremely lucrative behavior for your dog. This is a great one if your dog really likes their meals to just use meal food because you could go through a lot of it. We are not working on duration without eating. So your treats are going to happen fast and consecutively. You will be letting your dog know when the exercise is happening, and then you're going to clearly release them from it. If your dog chooses to get up, so if they get out of position or they leave the crate, you're just going to say free or okay or all done, whatever your release cue is. I have a very eager pupil here. All right. Bill has done this like twice in his life, so he loves his crate. If you have a dog that is going slower with the crate, once again, you will have worked on the voluntary crate entrance video. But this is sort of if all your ducks are lining up, and then of course there'll be variations and stuff you might need to work a little bit more on. All right, you ready, Bill? So I am gonna say crate and toss a treat in. He follows that in. I put a treat at his nose, straight down to the ground. He drops into a down, yes, yes. And then, yes, I'm gonna consecutively, yes, feed him, yes. For hanging out in the crate, yes. And he's got pretty good skills as far as hanging out in a position. So I'm starting to stand all the way up, yes. He's doing great, yes. So I'm maybe slowing down my treats a little bit already. Free. But if you need to kind of stay right in front of your dog and feed them every second crate, you are going to do that. Now, if your dog knows a different, so a sit to a down, you will simply, yes, cue that first. The first time I did it, he did a stand to a down, yes. And the second time, a sit to a down. So whichever is more comfortable for your dog, yes. If he left at any point, I'd release him, but since he is totally on board, I'm gonna say free, and I'm gonna roll the treat away. Great. I am not saying down because what I want the dog practicing is a fluid chain of events, and that is free, entering the crate, locating that first treat, turning around, and then dropping. That's going to be the first thing I'm going to stop helping with down the road when my dog is ready, because I'll say crate, I'll send them in, they'll turn around, and they might even start dropping before I could get to that. And that's your indication that your dog is like, I know what we're doing. Don't worry about closing the crate door now. That is the least of your worries.